Hi there, YouTube. Chad here. Got another Bible review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the NKJV Cultural Background Study Bible published by Zondervan. This is also available in the NIV and also the NRSV, New Revised Standard Version. Excuse me. I got this Bible when I was down in Missouri this past summer. And I got it at a Lifeway. As you know, Lifeway Christian stores went out of business, so all the chains of Christian bookstores are now closed. Zoom in on this so you can actually check it out for yourself. There we go. Okay. So anyway, they had a 75% going out of business sale. So I was able to pick this up. It regularly retails for $50, as you can see there. I was able to pick this up though 75% off. So that was a really good deal. I can't remember exactly how much it was. It was just, yeah. Do the math yourself. So anyway, this study Bible, this is the standard print size, and it is in New King James. Whoa. Okay. I'm getting used to this camera still. Anywho, two main scholars made this. And I can't really see their names aren't on this part. But okay, I'll go ahead and zoom in on this. This is just the slip case, or the paper, what's it called? The book cover, the paper book cover. But yeah, I will show this so you can check that out. There's the names. John H. Walton, Ph.D., and Craig S. Keener, Ph.D. And I tell you what, Craig Keener is no slouch. He is he is an amazing scholar. In fact, when it comes to Bible backgrounds, the IVP Bible background commentary, he wrote the New Testament. He's also got commentaries on a few other books. They're hard to find, and a couple of them are like super expensive. But anyway, here's the hardcover edition, and as you can see, this is like it has a sealed whatever, it says Holy Bible on the front. Look at the width of this. I mean, this is a wide study Bible. And this thing, oh, I can't wait to open this up and show you. Here's the back cover. I cannot wait. Okay, and there is no gilding because this is just a hardback. I was thinking about getting one, and the price really hit me, so I bought it. Okay, of course, paste down liner. Okay, presentation page. I thought it's really neat how they did this. What I don't like about the presentation page, hear that? Glossy paper. I hate glossy paper in a Bible. Now, this is a color study Bible. So, I mean, you're going to have pictures and charts and everything in this thing in color. And we know Holman has done this, and Thomas Nelson has done this. Thomas Nelson is owned by HarperCollins, as is Zondervan. So I don't know why they couldn't get this stuff right. But it is what it is. Okay, so you have a quick start guide. There's so much to this study Bible. This review is going to be lacking. There is so much to this. I am not going to be able to cover everything in this. It would take a couple hours. Now, I have a blemish in mine right there. And that blemish does go through to the next page. At least I thought. Oh, okay, wait a minute. The blemish is there, but it bled through to this page a little bit. So, not too happy about it. But, you know, at least it didn't spread any further. Trying to show you as much as this is possible. Of course, you can always pause this to check it out yourself. Yeah, I showed that Quickstart guide. Okay. Table of contents. And this Bible is about, it's almost 2,500 pages. I mean, it's huge for what's in it. Okay. So you have Quickstart, author introduction, acknowledgments about the author's abbreviations, preface. Now check this out. Hebrew to English translation chart, ancient texts relating to the Old Testament and Old Testament chronology, major background issues from the ancient Near East. And then it breaks down all the information by section. So you have the Torah, which is the first 5 books, also called the Pentateuch. Then you have narrative literature, wisdom and hymnic literature, oracles of the prophets. So those are going to be your major and minor prophets. Then you have check this out, time between the testaments. Not something you see commonly, and it's something a lot of people want to know about. Key New Testament terms and a New Testament chronology. Now, honestly, I'm looking at this, and you can see the ghosting. For some reason, the ghosting is actually a little bit worse in this Bible than what you're able to see here. Now, when you get to the bottom of this here, of course, you have articles in canonical, the index of articles in canonical order, index of articles in alphabetical order, because in this Bible, it is loaded with stuff like charts, and I mean there is charts up the wazoo in this Bible. And I'm trying to go slow here so this doesn't get all blurry. Of course, I can't see anything because the screen on here is so small. This camcorder. You want maps? Well, you got maps. You got all the maps you're going to need. Most of there's some really big drawbacks in this, but whatever. Now here you're in the author introduction for the NKJV Cultural Background Study Bible. See if I can get this up high enough to where I can. There we go. Okay, then about the authors. Once again, I mentioned this is like all in color. Check this out. So you've got color pictures, and there's so much. Here's Dr. Keener, and he is a brilliant theologian. He really is. His stuff is great. He's also, and this is what angers people about him, he's actually a Pentecostal. So, yeah, it kind of upsets them about that a little bit. So, yeah, but you know what? It's funny because top Reformed. You know, there was a lot of people in the Calvinist camp recommending him up and down like crazy. Here's the abbreviations chart. And they found out he was Pentecostal, and they thought, well, that must be a fluke. A Pentecostal can't be a scholar. And I just read some mean, nasty things. I couldn't believe it, but man, his work is just excellent. Very high quality. Preface to the New King James Version, we can skip over that. This paper has an off-white color, which would make it real easy for reading. There's that Hebrew to English translation chart. Try to get this to where you can pause it and read it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Dr. Craig Keener, he is just an excellent, excellent scholar. I think one of the things that I definitely disagree with him on is the timing of the rapture. He believes in a post-tribulation rapture, and I am definitely a pre-trib guy. So yeah, going through this Hebrew to English translation chart, let me flip through this so you can just see it's got a lot of pages. Once again, everything in this Bible is in color, and that actually becomes problematic because this Bible paper that they used for this, I don't know what Zondervan was thinking, but it ghosts like crazy. And that's one reason why I'm having a hard time reading this. The font size is just fine, but the ghosting in this is absolutely horrible. Here's major background issues from the ancient Near East. Nice little article there. Then you get into the Torah. So there's a lot of stuff there. Introduction to the Torah, and then finally you get an introduction to Genesis. It's pretty decent. Then, like right off the bat, boom, here's an article on creation and existence. And a lot of people would read this and they might get upset because this talks about pagan deities and stuff like that. Here's the thing though, these are things that the Jews had to deal with. So it's trying to get you in the Jewish mindset so you can understand how they were thinking when they were reading Scripture. So it helps put you in a place where you can imagine how pagans viewed the Jewish, how pagans viewed the Jewish belief in creation, which is amazing. As you can see, this thing is filled with pictures, artwork, just all kinds of stuff. And even the center columns have this cream color, which is nice. But like I said, and I'm going to go into some detail on this now, this paper is very, very thin. It ghosts very badly. Like right here, I look at this article, and you can see that picture right here, it bleeds through. And it makes it a little bit more difficult to read. Now, there's a couple ways Zondervan could fix this. And I'm going to go through this just in case someone from Zondervan ever watches this. Number one, line matching. Revise this Bible, have line matching done. Number two, have a more opaque paper, or go with a heavier grade paper. Even if it adds 1/8 of an inch, go with a heavier grade paper. Boost the price up a few bucks if you have to. but do that. Heavier grade paper, maybe like if you're going to be doing all this stuff with all the colors, I would recommend you go with a 36 GSM European Bible paper. Same stuff that's being used in the Premier Collection NASB side column reference. Use that paper in this. You don't have to do the comfort print. I don't like the comfort print. It tends to run a full point smaller. So whatever, if you're going to do comfort print, whatever font size this is, make it 1 point bigger. That way it'll be the exact same font size as this. Once again, you get into these articles. There's one on unclean food. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. There's just so much going on with this Bible. Negative confessions and the oath of innocence. So here it talks about the Babylonian festival Akitu. Here, I'll let you read a little bit. This is the kind of stuff, like it talks about this Babylonian Akitu festival. This is the kind of stuff that'll drive some people crazy, because they don't want to hear about this stuff. But this is important to understanding the impact of what's written in God's Word, especially to the cultures it was going into. Here's like chaos monsters in Psalms. Let's get into the New Testament, and there you can see, you know, you have a chart on one page, and then on the next page that chart bleeds through just a little bit, makes it harder to read. I like the use of this cream color, but the paper by no means is opaque enough. This must be like a 26 GSM paper, maybe 28, I don't know. But it is very thin. Very, very thin. It has this rough texture to it, which I really do like. It makes it so easy to grab it and turn the pages. So I love the texture of this paper, but man, it is just so thin. It makes it hard to deal with. Introduction to New Testament. Okay, then you get into Matthew, background, all that good stuff. Matthew's genealogy, Herod the Great. I mean, this study Bible is loaded with so much information. I mean, it is just mind-blowing, everything that is in this Bible. This is, when it comes to study Bibles with commentary in it, man, you know, the Fire Bible has been my number one for years. This ties with the Fire Bible. It really does. I love it. I mean, the Fire Bible and this would fight it out over number one. And I mean, there's so many notes in this, and they go into good detail. Here's one on demons in the Bible, another article. But once again, you flip that page, boom, the ghosting is just horrible. I mean, it's really disturbing. It makes it look a lot more busy than what it actually is. And I find that really difficult. And this is not a bright white paper. This is an off-white paper, so it's easier on the eyes. I end up loving this Bible so much, I'm going to buy an imitation leather edition of this, or genuine leather if they have it. But the big problem I'm having with this, because I like the New King James translation, it's something I can study out of, but the problem I'm having with this it is just all this ghosting and the font not being bold enough and the paper being so incredibly thin that, I mean, it's just really hard to deal with. So, I mean, the font size in this might as well be a 6. Even though this is probably about an 8, 8.5 point font, it might as well be a 6 because the layout, because of the ghosting, is so busy, it makes it difficult to read this for any period of time. But I gotta say, this is like my number 2 Bible. Right now, and it would tie, well, it would, if they did the improvement on the paper, this would definitely be a tie for number 1 with my Fire Bible. But right now, Zondervan just really screwed up the execution of this. So would I recommend this Bible? Absolutely. There's so much good stuff in it, it's not even funny. And maybe it's just this hardback that has this printing problem. And maybe the other editions are just fine. I've seen that happen with a couple different Bibles. So I guess if I get the imitation leather and it's any better than this one, I'll post a video and show you guys that yes, it is indeed better. But yeah, here we get into the very back. Let's see what's in here post Revelation. Okay, there's Revelation, it ends. Then you're in the study helps, and it just tells you, that's nice, once again tells you where everything is. So let's go and look at the index of articles in canonical order. Well, that's neat how they laid that out. And here I'll just let you guys see what these articles are. I'll do a quick scan over them. As you can see, there is tons of articles in this. And on top of all these articles, and this is still, I mean, these are just all the articles. On top of all these articles, you have all these great commentary notes. And the commentary notes on this are really good stuff. I mean, I haven't been able to spend as much time in this as I want because it does give me eye strain. But what I have spent in this in the past, like 6-7 months, I've really enjoyed. Okay, here's the last page of the articles in canonical order. So, yeah, there you go. And then it has the same list of articles, but this time the articles are in alphabetical order. And then, let's see here. You get into the concordance. Okay. And the concordance starts on page 2367. And it goes all the way to 2367 to 2432. So that's pretty decent. Here's a map index and maps. So, and when you look at these maps are printed on Bible paper. So these are a nice matte finish. They're not those glossy maps. And amazingly, if you look at this, there is no ghosting. So I don't know why there's so much ghosting in the main text of the Bible, but not on these maps. You'd figure these maps would have quite a bit more because there's a lot more color, but there's actually less. And then at the very end you have one cardstock sheet, and that's it. So, oh, yeah, I can't tell you how much I like this. And you guys know, oh, there is one more thing. This is not in a verse-by-verse format. This is actually in a paragraph format. So, like here, you get verse 11, verse 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, this is not, let me zoom out. This is not verse by verse format. This is a paragraph format, which I'm totally fine with. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, look at the size of this. I mean, it is thick, ladies and gents. It is thick. But yeah, they could go another 1/4 inch thicker if they just, and you know, not add extra pages, but just use a thicker Bible paper, at least a 32 GSM with a very, very, very opaque paper, because whatever they're using here, horrible quality. Okay, so ups and downs. I think you guys understand the downs. I think I've made that very clear. The ups: color charts, color maps, pictures, which are good visual aids, excellent study notes, excellent articles. Remember, this is a study Bible, and it is meant to give you cultural background on the text of Scripture. And it does an excellent job of that. It really does. So, bottom line, this Bible is excellent for anyone who's into history and who is into trying to understand the culture of ancient Judaism and you know, the first generation New Testament church. This is the best study Bible you can get for that. This is not archaeological, as in stuff they've discovered. This is about the cultural background behind the text you're reading. And that's what this covers. It does it very accurately, and it does it wonderfully. So, highly recommend this Bible. Even with all the problems that I've discussed in it, the horrible ghosting, it just kills me. It's so bad in this. And it's not ghosting of the text, it's just necessarily, I mean, it's ghosting from pictures and the text being thinner and all that kind of stuff. If they'd have went any bolder, the ghosting would have been horrible on the text. But yeah, that's the only real downside here. So Zondervan, reissue this Bible with better paper. And like I said, I'm going to get me the imitation leather cover and hope that it is, the paper quality and everything is far superior than in the hardcover. So anyway, guys, I really recommend this. This is one of my favorite study Bibles. There is so much stuff going on in here. I couldn't even cover it all. Between trying to handle this camera, because I don't have a tripod for it, and trying to engage with the text and show stuff to you guys, my eyes are now killing me. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to take a break, drink a soda, and let my eyes recoup. Until next time, I'm Chad. I love you. God bless you. If you have questions or comments, drop them down at the bottom. I will put in Amazon and christianbook.com links to this so you can check it out yourself. Till next time, God bless you. Bye-bye.